Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone! Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan, and if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects, but as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board: exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
Terminal's got this locked.
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
Nice.
Reveal yourself. Negative sensor read. Weapons cold.
Sweet.
Detected. Possible stealth unit in the AO.
Got it. That's it.
Most men lack the patience to observe and document plenty.
Reporting status. All functions normal. Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
First things first. How do I get back to the surface?
The same way you got in, of course. You are not a prisoner here. You may come and go as you please. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Greetings, sir.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Emergency relay activated. Relay powering up. Ready in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relay online and engaging.
I'm busy.
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
What do you hope to find?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
You should have seen it. We cut those raiders to pieces. I doubt they'll be back.
I just want to trade a few things.
You can fix just about anything. Guns, computers, people. Just gotta have the right tools.
Another settlement has sent word that they need our help.
In that, you will surely be quite strong.
Hey.
What do you wish to talk about?
Your thoughts?
It is hard to determine whether the surface is more or less susceptible to outbreaks, but a preparation plan is never a bad idea.
Cards right, we stand to make a whole lot of money.
I'm starting to think we're finally safe. From those damn raiders.
so important? You're making that look easy.
Yeah?
Axe to grind. Well, I don't know.
What just happened?
What the? I ever glad to see you. We could really use a hand.
The Minutemen are always happy to help. What did you need?
A pack of feral ghouls is holed up nearby, and if more of them start...
I'm on it. It's as good as done.
I'll be glad to have them gone. I knew you would help us.
Yeah? Thanks for agreeing to help.
took care of those ghouls that were giving you trouble.
You did? That's great news.
You should
I'm
wash
ready
your
to
hands
move
after
in,
that.
sir.
It can be unsanitary to handle the deceased.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir.
Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
He seems most eager for violence, no?
I think we're being shadowed. Battlestate crossing. The Raiders know we're coming. There's someone else here.
Target spotted. Just drop, will you? I've got
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
What do we know about this synth, Gabriel?
Designation B592 is holed up in the shack on top of the upended cargo ship. He's probably got his best fighters with him, so we should plan on heavy resistance. So, are you ready to go in?
I can handle these raiders on my own.
I have no reason to doubt that, sir, but I have my orders. If you take on that synth, I'll be right there with you.
Enemies no longer on site. What was that?
This is bullshit.
The
What the hell was that?
Jittery.
Getting shook up over nothing.
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
What is it?
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
Surely there are alternatives. There is already so much needless bloodshed in the world.
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might be inevitable. That's all, sir. Ready when you are.
Bingo. Nice.
Very good with a bobby pin.
Got it.
Well
Judging by your
done.
gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents of the
Just
Institute.
like me.
So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
How much plunder have you got?
Ah, so you are here for loot, then.
What are you doing, boss? We can take these guys.
Keep your mouth shut! I know what I'm doing! We got a modest little stash. I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you, freely, if you walk away afterwards. What do you say? Do I have your word?
And if I refuse?
That's the way you want it? Then let's finish this!
That's it. Nice work, sir. I'll take this in. This is X688, ready to relay with
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents of the
Just like
Institute.
me.
So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
How much plunder have you got?
Ah, so you are here for loot.
What are you doing, boss? Keep your mouth shut.
Right.
We got a modest little...
Sure.
What do you say?
You have my word. Give me what you got, and we'll leave.
So we are working with pirates now? You cannot trust them. All the stories say so.
The password to get into the stash is Mad Orca. Help yourself, my fellow pirate. We can always get more.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have my
You're here
orders.
to die.
I'd much rather respect science.
Authorization.
Judging by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents just like me. So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
B592, initialize factory reset, authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Boss, you okay? Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, they did something to him. Take them out. I'm gonna tell you, fucking throw it out.
We're good. Nice work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is X688, ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
Well judging by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are just like me. Tell me, you made it to the top.
There's a lot of blood on your hands. That ends now.
That's the way you want it? Then let's...
Good work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is X688, ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
Well judging by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents of just like me. So, to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources?
Uh-huh. There's a lot of blood.
That's the way you...
Right.
Well judging by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents of just like me.
There's a lot more of this up here than I was I believe the term is Yahoo?
That synth was a valuable piece of technology. You're going to have to explain this to Father Evan.
Well judging by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents just like me. So, made it to the top.
Gabriel, you aren't who you think you are. You're a synth, and we're here to take you home.
A synth? What the hell are you talking about?
I remember my whole life. I know where I grew up and who my parents were. Explain that to me!
You sure about that? Never felt different from other people?
Don't listen to these guys. They're messing with your head, man. Just shut the hell up. You got me? Don't say another word.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have my orders.
Die!
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
Got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have
Protect
formed.
and serve.
That's good.
It is. But there's only one way to know if it works.
Protect and
All right.
serve.
Here we go. And now, we wait.
It'll work. Don't worry.
I hope so. We just have to let the retrovirus run its course. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
Power armor. You take down a Brotherhood soldier? Theoretical limits are made to be broken.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
The Institute created that synth. So the Institute is responsible for what it does.
I disagree. A synth is no more inherently evil than a handgun. When a man dies by gunshot, is the weapon's maker blamed? Of course not. The blame rightly falls on he who pulled the trigger. Yes, we created the synth. But whether they intended to or not, the Railroad's agents turned it into a killer. But enough about that. The task is done. And you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
Son.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I try and talk it out, see if things can be resolved peacefully.
An admirable goal. And yet we find ourselves in a situation where something more significant must be done. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result of their selfish, short-sighted plan. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
That sounds way too dangerous.
It shouldn't be. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
Rad levels are spiking. Might want to have the doctor take a look.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you obtain this information? Our reconnaissance hasn't reported anything of the sort.
I received the information from the Institute itself.
And you've done the right thing by reporting this to me directly. Well done, soldier. Your report provides us with a golden opportunity to state our intentions to the Institute. I'm placing you in command of this mission. Exterminate the synths at Bunker Hill, and whomever the Institute sends to retrieve them. I'll instruct Kells to assign you the appropriate backup. Dismissed, soldier.
Scientists talk you into doing something stupid. The Institute is a fool's paradise.
It looks quite defensible.
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The mission's parameters just changed. Going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Nice work, bringing that rogue synth back.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Kellogg called me the backup.
Did he? Well, he was correct. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Well, it's remarkable. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
Let's get this Directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important. Let's get this Directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course.
Really? Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop, as it were. The project has been classified for quite a long time. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please,
Be serious!
everyone, please, I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
This truly is a wonderful place, isn't it?
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
What would it mean to be in charge?
Most divisions of the Institute are fairly autonomous, perfectly capable of functioning without intervention. Where those divisions interact, however, problems can arise. You'd lead the Directorate in setting policy, resolving disputes, and the like. There's no question that some of the Directorate, and the Institute at large, will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Son.
I dislike resorting to the use of Commonwealth technology, but the advantage it will provide in this case cannot be overlooked.
Look, Director, I'm gonna make the same recommendation I did last time. We did everything we could.
For you, isn't it?
4 years dedicated to preserving this Commonwealth Provisional Government. You've seen the same reports I have. It's falling apart and fast. We need a plan for what happens when that fall is complete. I know some of the other divisions have suggested we just cut off all contact, hide underground and pretend nobody's home. That would, in my opinion, be a mistake. We can't just give up on these people, and with the Android program, we don't have to. We'll soon have the capabilities to deploy androids to the surface in great enough numbers to maintain order. Just think about it, all right? Keep it in mind moving forward.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course, that's why we're talking. Otherwise, you'd be up top already. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the Mass Fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What's a beryllium agitator?
The details would be lost on you. No offense. The point is, it'll allow us to boost the reactor's power and get it running sooner than planned. You just keep me safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
The airport. Can we fly to Los Angeles? I hear it is most lovely there.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance? Oh, this frame is driving me crazy. Got like 3 itches I can't even scratch.
Proctor Ingram, the Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of Mass Fusion.
A beryllium agitator? I seem to remember reading an old technical document on those once, but I only thought they were theoretical. It must be pretty darn important if they're sending you to find one. You know, if we head over to Mass Fusion right now, we may be able to get the device before the Institute does. That's if you don't mind a little company, of course.
I would welcome Madame Ingram's company. Think of the things we can discuss as we travel.
It would be helpful if you tagged along.
I knew you'd see it my way. Grab whatever gear you need and meet me on the flight deck. But don't take too long. This could be our best chance at beating the Institute to the punch.
I don't know about Sprite Mariah. I think she loves her little zoo a bit too much.
that, Scabbard? We have clearance for release. You might want to hang on, sir. The drop can be a little rough.
Never could get used to flying in these things.
Hostile target sighted on the roof, sir. Prepare to engage.
Damn synths are crawling all over the place. Send them out before we drop.
I'll get us above the roof so you can bail out. We're in position. Go! Go!
See you on the roof, Paladin.
Physical damage victory!
Actuator critical failure. Targeting. Institute site area.
Visual contact broken.
I will limit them.
I'm in.
Pain I inflict if possible.
Calm down, Noel. You knew that this was coming. I don't understand why you're acting this way.
Don't tell me to calm down, Carl. When we started designing the beryllium agitator, you said it would be for the benefit of mankind. Instead, I find out that you have been planning on turning it over to the military all along. You lied to me.
Don't give me that high and mighty attitude. Have you picked up a newspaper lately? There's a war going on out there, Doctor. And if our side's going...
Nice.
I can't
That's
believe what
enough.
Since when did science start taking sides?
Like it or not, when the testing cycle is completed, I'm crating up the agitator and sending it off to Washington. Now, you have two choices. Either you can get back to work, or you can get the hell out of my building.
Going down.
points are still within acceptable parameters. No mercy!
Something's up.
I was prepared there was a whole lot less of that.
What was that?
Resuming combat operations. I believe the term is Yahoo? I have sustained considerable damage. Turn it down than I was led to believe.
Detonating explosive charge.
Damn it! They've knocked out the power to the elevators.
This makes things a little more complicated.
Engaging hostile life form. Attacking human. Must be trained.
That's it. Sweet.
We could always drop through here. Might not be as cushy as an elevator ride, but at least we'll be headed in the right direction.
Going down. Hello? Locking. Firing sensor.
Combat subroutine. Eliminating all hostiles. Gone.
I'm through.
Powering up. Protectron on. Duty.
There it is. Mass Fusion's reactor. Don't don't make them like that anymore.
What technological marvel! And it is still working!
There we go.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Sweet.
They are compromised.
Put down your weapons and submit to authority.
Violent engagements can result in a variety of injuries.
Radiation levels are dangerously high in there. Let me know if you need any radiation protection. I'll communicate with you through their intercom system while I monitor everything. From out here.
Oh no. The body can repair...
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
The beryllium agitator should be in a port at the top of the reactor.
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
have been dispatched.
That's it. Got it.
The Institute must have sent reinforcements.
Oh, this is not good.
I'll help hold them off. Just make sure you get the agitator out of here.
You must be terminated. Hostile target detected in 43 seconds. I know you are involved.
Enemy may be utilizing stealth. I'll interrupt you.
Thanks for the assist, sir.
Something.
Is someone present?
Someone is nearby. This area combat operations. Something's up. There is something nearby. The enemy has been spotted. Though dangerous, combat is quite vigorous exercise. Oh, you weapons fighting.
Explosive charge.
Damn it! They've knocked out the power to the elevators.
This makes things a little more complicated. pulse and vital signs.
Got it.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Engaging defensive countermeasures.
System offline.
Movement detected. Inevitable. Curious. Movement detected. Curious. Are you attempting an ambush? The sensitivity of my sensors clearly means the just must be malfunctioning.
Sweet. Yes.
Overactive sensors. Nothing more.
Two enemies have been dispatched. Survived Summoner was undamaged. Well done.
Nice.
I recommend against
Is someone present? I was in error. I was in error. Enemy detected. No enemy by order of the Institute. You must die now, human. Sustained. You must be terrified. Hostile sensor reading.
Hostile sensor reading detected. I am hit.
fusion's reactor. Don't make them like that anymore.
What technological marvel! And it is still working!
Yes.
Sensor alert. Anomaly detected.
Remember, White Hazard. This place is so violent.
Radiation levels are dangerously high in there. Let me know if you need any radiation protection. I'll communicate with you through their intercom system, while I monitor everything from out here.
Without protection, the radiation will surely be lethal. Be careful. Careful.
Got it.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
The beryllium agitator should be in a port at the top of the reactor.
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
Operations.
Lockdown ended.
The Institute must have sent reinforcements.
Oh, this is not good.
I'll help hold them off. Just make sure you get the agitator out of here.
You must be terminated.
I am still intact. You should wash your hands after that. It can be unsanitary to handle the disease.
Hey.
Thanks for the assist, sir.
Proctor.
Keep moving. We can't allow the Institute to get a hold of the agitator.
Hey.
May I... be of assistance?
Victory!
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum can be fatal.
I was able to keep the Institute from getting their hands on the beryllium agitator.
Glad to see you're still in one piece.
I wouldn't have made it without your help.
That's funny. I seem to remember having to talk you into letting me come along. Anyway, we shouldn't stand around here talking. We've both got a lot of work to do. In the meantime, I'll take the agitator and stow it on the Prydwen for safekeeping.
Here you go. I can't think of a better place to keep it.
That's because there isn't one. You know, I'm not sure what the Institute wanted this thing for, but I'm glad we got it first. Now scoot. We both got things to do.
I just need to trade gear with you.
What's going on?
I've received word from the castle. Apparently, they've spotted just another fly.
Who's there?
I was just starting to have fun.
Are you giving me a present?
Excuse me.
Glad you made it in time, General. I guess we're about to find out if these new Minutemen really have what it takes. We've seen a lot of those Institute Crow things sniffing around. Looks like they're getting ready to try to take us out. We've called in volunteers, so we aren't short of people. We'll see how these greenhorns do in a real battle. I'm feeling pretty good about our defenses, but it sure wouldn't hurt for you to take a look around and shore up any weak points you see.
This is Radio Freedom with a breaking report from the castle. Institute synths are moving on our position. This is not a drill. All available Minutemen in the area, please move in and reinforce.
less of that.
Huh? Jimmy. I think something's up.
All available Minutemen in the area, please move in to reinforce. Incoming attackers from the northwest. We have a swarm of attackers approaching from southbound.
Engaging target.
Hey!
How many bullets I got left?
All available Minutemen in the area, please move in to reinforce. We have a swarm of attackers approaching from southbound.
they won't be back anytime soon.
It was a tough fight. I knew the Minutemen were up to the challenge. I guess they aren't gonna need that anymore.
I guess the Institute will think twice before tangling with the Minutemen again. I hear you're working on figuring out how to hit back at those rats. I hope you find a way, and soon. I'd like another crack at them, with the shoe on the other foot this time. I think Custer wanted to talk to you. Maybe he has some good news.
It's time for us to strike back against the Institute.
I have some good news for you. Sturgis found a way into the Institute. We can launch an attack whenever you say the word.
Listen up, kiddies. The Institute thought they could push us around, and we showed them different. Next time, we're gonna be taking the fight to them, and we'll see how they'll like it.
Good.
We don't have time to sit around.
I'll get the details from Sturgis while you get the Minutemen ready to attack.
Yes, sir.
Darn it. And that means we've always got to be ready for the next fight. Let's get back to it, people.
We've defeated the Institute forces, and they are retreating. You can rest assured that the castle is still Minuteman territory.
I'd like to trade some items.
It's 5 a.m. This is Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
We didn't do too bad, all things considered.
Hey, boss. I've been hoping you'd stop by. I found your way into the Institute.
That's great news.
I was kinda hoping there'd be something worth all the time I spent cracking their encryption. Turns out there was. One of the things in the data you stole was a plan of the whole Institute complex, including the older sections that used to be part of CIT. Turns out they're still using an old water pipe that runs out to the river. Brings in cooling water to their reactor. Its entrance is underwater, and is blocked by a security grate. Also, the whole pipe is labeled high radiation danger, but there isn't any other way in that I can find. So it's this, or nothing.
Good work, Sturgis.
Thanks, boss. I wish there was a better way. But if there is, it's not in this data. I did manage to pull the code to open the grate. So all you have to do is survive the trip. Now, as soon as you get in there, you need to access the main relay control and use this holotape to teleport everybody into the Institute.
Did you hear something? Your pulse and vital signs are still within acceptable parameters. Unusual behavior. Oh, there you are. Sensors result no enemy. The threat is over. Oh no. The body... Identity unknown.
Position cannot be properly defended. Haste is necessary. Time is...
nearby. Perhaps they are friendly.
I cleared
guess I'm
out the
still in
ghouls
one
that were
piece.
giving that settlement
Everybody
trouble.
else made it? Good. Glad to hear it, General. It's hard enough out here without people having to worry. Got another thing to talk to you, but they're worried the super mutants will come back and forth. You better get over there before it's too late. So this is the Institute. They could have just held out down here forever. Why'd they need to come mess with us?
They think they're better than us.
They should have read their history. That hasn't ever turned out well. In any case, here we are. No turning back now. You're gonna need this. It's a fusion pulse charge. Once it's attached to the reactor, it can be detonated remotely. You get that on the reactor, and we can trigger an explosion that'll destroy everything the Institute has ever built. Just make sure we give the civilians a chance to escape before we blow the place. We're not here to commit mass murder. We better hurry. They're gonna realize what's going on before too long. Sturgis, you'd better get to work on this teleporter of theirs. We need that thing running as soon as possible. You pull us back up as soon as we give the signal. And anyone from the Institute who wants out, you let them go. As long as they ain't shooting. Got it, boss.
An enemy may be utilizing stealth. How interesting.
Talk about science run amok. Oh, so this is what it looks like. Man, no wonder they prefer it down here.
Whoa, you win!
Looking for the shooter.
Let's get this lost contact.
Use these logs for relevant data.
Maybe. This time.
Can't pick this.
We got trouble!
Studying physical engineering will result in something, I suppose.
Have a visual.
Hey there, General. Found the reactor. Looks like you need to get yourself to the advanced systems area. Only, well, it's locked. I can't override it from here. Looks like the command can only come from the director's personal terminal. You're gonna need to get access to it somehow.
I didn't expect to see you again. Come to see the reactor, have you? We got it working without you.
I'm sorry it's come to this, Sean.
You're sorry? You can't be that sorry if you're here going through with it. It's not enough that I lay here dying. Now you plan on what? Destroying everything? Tell me then. Under what righteous pretense have you justified this atrocity?
enemies you've created? You can't imagine why I'd be standing here.
Perhaps I didn't think to count you among them. Well, none of it matters now, I suppose. You'll accomplish your task and ruin humanity's best hope for the future. The only question left then is why you're standing here. Is it regret? Or did you just come to gloat?
Sean, if you help me, fewer people will die. Will you?
Why would I ever consider helping you?
Help me, and I promise I'll protect any survivors to the best of my ability.
Very well. The terminal behind me. Enter access code 9003. That will disable some of the synths. Now go. Just leave me.
Son.
You've doomed humanity. You know that. There's nothing more to say.
I wish there was some other way.
You've made that impossible. The Commonwealth can have only one fate now.
Sean.
All our work laid to waste. There's nothing more to say.
Are you in any pain?
Yes, of course. But that will end soon enough, won't it? All thanks to you.
There we go.
Attention all personnel. Evacuation order issued. Authorization 1YR31. Please proceed to your assigned evacuation points. Thank you for your cooperation.
All right. Good job. Looks like that's opened things up enough for you to reach the reactor. Some other good news. I've almost got the teleporter working. Should be ready to pull you out whenever you need.
Sean.
You've doomed humanity.
Evacuation order issued.
You know that. There's nothing more to say.
Sean. I'm sorry that it's come to this.
It's too late to be sorry.
Attention all personnel. Evacuation order issued. Authorization 1YR31. Please proceed to your assigned evacuation point. Thank you for your cooperation.
By order of the Institute, you must be destroyed. Sustaining damage. System offline.
Combat initiated.
something.
I knew it.
Yahoo?
Attention all personnel. Evacuation order issued. Authorization 1-1.
Head wound.
I am still intact.
Anything useful?
Please proceed to your assigned evacuation. Thank you for your cooperation.
He vanished.
Someone help!
Is someone attacking enemy? Hard combat initiated. Your attack.
Monsieur, enemies have been dispatched.
Whoa, you win!
Enemy unknown.
Cancel systems offline.
Authorization 1-Y.
What was that?
What was that?
The reactor. We'll cover you while you turn it up. You only get one shot at this.
Die, you sick bastards!
Subroutine. Eliminating all hostiles. I am the victim of violence. Be warned. I cannot allow these attacks to continue.
I'm hit! Continued hostilities is not advised. Though dangerous, combat is quite vigorous exercise.
It's uncanny. Not robots. Not exactly human either. You have a minute?
Sure, go ahead.
When we first met, I admit, but you've done nothing but impress me. You're just who the Minutemen...
Sure. Thanks. That means a lot coming from you.
You've probably realized by now how important the Minutemen are to me. When I was a kid, the Minutemen were my heroes. They were the only good guys around, really. When I turned 17, I joined up with Ezra Hollis's company. We had a few good years there. I felt like I was...
It sounds like you were really making a difference.
I think we were. I know we were. But obviously it didn't last. I'm sure there was a lot I didn't see or know enough to pay attention to. You know, the politics and rivalries and bad blood between the different groups. I guess, but after he was killed, it all came... These guys were supposed to... You probably think I was pretty naive. I still believe that the Minutemen...
We are the good guys.
We're doing our best. And a lot of it has to do with your example. Anyway, I appreciate you.
Anytime, Preston.
Thanks, man. We probably better get back to it. We need to get out of here and fast before they figure out what we've done. Sturgis, you reading me? We're done down here. Zap us back to the relay room.
Hi.
Sturgis, we're done. Get us the hell out of here.
Please, Dad,
Yeah, I
don't
would,
leave
man.
me here. I want to
But,
go with you.
This kid showed up. Says he's the general's son.
All right. You can come with me.
Really? Do you mean it?
Yes, I mean it. Now let's get out of here.
I'm glad you were here to save me.
I knew you could do it.
All right, Sturgis. Fire it up.
Didn't leave anything behind, did you? All set to get out of here?
Absolutely. Let's get the hell out of here.
You got it. I'm gonna teleport you to the detonation site, then set it to shoot the kid here back to the castle. Now you press that button extra hard when you get there. I'll see you on the other side.
I'm ready. Let's get out of here.
Attention all personnel. Evacuation.
Sturgis figured this was a safe distance outside the blast radius. Whenever you want to see humanity's best hope for the future go up in smoke, just hit that button.
can feel it wash over me. The heat, the force, the radiation, the fear. It's the end of the world all over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this. Before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This wasn't the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I hoped I could find my family, cheat time, make us whole again. The way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. That the road ahead will be hard. This time, I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes.
Holy shit. That was one hell of a bang, wasn't it? So that's it. The Institute is destroyed. It's finally over. You did issue the evacuation order, right? I didn't notice in all the chaos.
Yeah. We gave everyone a chance to get out.
Good. I thought so. It was just watching that explosion. I just hope as many people as possible got out. I hate that we had to do that. But they left us no choice. It was war. But now, the war against the Institute is over. The way is now clear for the Commonwealth to finally come together and build something good for the future. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows from here on out.
The Institute wasn't the Commonwealth's only problem. We've still got plenty to do.
I couldn't have said it better myself, General. The Institute was the most insidious threat we've ever faced. They kept the Commonwealth divided for centuries. But there are plenty of other problems left to deal with. I don't think the Minutemen are going to be out of a job for a long time yet. As much as I might wish it. We deserve to enjoy our victory. But soon enough, it's going to be time to get back to work. I'm always glad to see the sun come up one more time. General?
Hey.
Is there something you need?
How are you feeling?
I'm glad to have the chance to return the favor. After all the help you gave me. Just let me know if there's anything else you need. Take your time.
Radiation should be avoided at all costs. It could damage you irreparably.
Yeah?
The world is so much bigger than I've ever imagined.
Hey, Sean.
Dad, I was so worried. I thought I'd never see you again. Is it true? Did you really blow up the Institute? Why would you do that?
We had no choice, Sean. It was us or them.
That's awful. I thought they were nice. As long as you don't leave me, it'll be okay. You're not gonna leave me, right?
Don't worry, kiddo. I'm here for you.
Okay. Oh, before I forget, Father, he told me to give this to you. I didn't listen to it, so I don't know what it says. But I think it's important.
If you are hearing this, then whatever conflicts you and I have endured are over. I have no reason to believe that you'll honor the request I'm about to make. But I feel compelled to try anyway. This synth, this boy, he deserves more. He has been reprogrammed to believe he is your son. It is my hope that you will take him with you. I would only ask that you give him a chance. A chance to be part of whatever future awaits the Commonwealth.
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.
Now that the Institute is gone, we can finally start to work on making the Commonwealth a better place for our kids. We sure showed those Institute bastards, didn't we, General?
If you need fixing up,
The others were talking about some creature. I thought I saw it. Maybe.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Dad, can you do something for me? Next time you're out doing stuff, can you look for something? I want to try building some new things. I'd like to have an old microscope, you know, to use for parts. I bet I can make something really useful for you.
Sure thing, Sean.
Thanks, Dad.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
Hey there.
You want to do some trading?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Great.
My sensor do not detect anything. May I ask, what are you shooting at?